What's up? Let me see if everything's working real fast. And then I'll get into the goods. The goods of it. I haven't done this in a minute. Let's see. Desktop audio. Let me make sure it's in here. Says it is. I don't know if I trust it. Okay. Sorry. Gotta get everything all ready here. It's not recording audio, apparently. Or at least the right audio. Um... Desktop audio, we're gonna do that. Like, gonna be that. If anything I hear, you should hear. Anything I say, you should hear. So in reality, if I go back into the game. Yes. Okay, that's what we want to see. Alrighty, guys. We are back after a long time of not posting, recording, anything like that. So, I figured, let's get into some streams with this. I've got to get the save caught back up. Because with one of the new updates, with the new, one of the new spline updates, it caused me to have to restart my save. So, I won't load. But with the new spline system for the track, it's actually not that bad to build track. Like, I've got all this built. I had some help, but we got all of it built, which is nice. Right now I'm focusing on, well, I was focusing on something. I think this is going to be the one to where we've got 3, we want 4. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a switch here I'm gonna put a switch off to the left. So, ooh. Okay, so we've got that. We'll place that down. It means our switch comes off like this. This dude will be... guessing probably like our main line down to the other places on the southern side of the map. Oh my gosh. Not exactly the biggest fan of the new track laying system, but it works. It is technically easier, so... I just wish it was a little bit like how it was. Whoa. Okay. Now let me see if I can... the one nice thing about this new track system is I can do this. Theory at it. Okay, maybe not. So what we're gonna do then, erase that. I mean, you can place longer sections of track, which is nice, but at the same time, if you've got to go fix the section, you just deleted like a whole area. Okay, so I wanted to stay relatively straight off of that dude, but we are gonna get some turns in here. Something like that, I would hope, would work. There we go. Now we'll have a nice, it's a little tight, but we'll have a nice turnaround. That'll be our main line off to the Oilfield Ironworks refinery. If we can get it up over there. Okay. Now we'll get all the trains fixed. See, they were parked over here and I didn't realize it deleted it, and yeah. So now I gotta go get everybody reorganized. The physics are unrealistic, in case you were wondering, so that can be a pain to pull cars. Let's switch to the yard. I don't understand why switches don't like to work as much anymore. Okay, so that's set to our main line to go round. Got Gotta pull up a little bit more and then we can get that switch set. And then we'll get this loaded up and we will see what we can do about going to the sawmill. As you can tell, they have changed the textures on a lot of the stuff. It's not as, these tier 1s aren't as bright red as they used to be. Which is a cool idea. In the recent update that just came out like yesterday or the day before yesterday, the switches, if a train's coming in from, like, let's say that switch that we were just about to go through, if it was set wrong, it would automatically set it for us to go right so it wouldn't wreck it, which is kind of awesome. Okay, so now we're set to go through there, which is nice because he's got the car, so I can go hook him up Where's that Jill? Hook her up to the car, hook the car up to the rest of the cars, pull them back to as far back as where Jill can go. And then I can get Jack hooked up on the front and run 2 locomotives. I may even just hook them both on the front to begin with, just because it's these realistic setting physics can be a pain. I don't see my track. Oh, is that over there? See, they need to make it a little bit. You can definitely tell there's still some early access things about this game, early betas, but it's getting there. It is an awesome game still. Just the grind can be really tiring. But if all goes well, I should be back to posting videos here soon. Fuck. Get on the damn car. I don't know what I'm on, but this is interesting. I need to focus up here. Alright, so we don't have any couplers going. Hook him up. Go and cut power, start applying some brakes. Let the car slam into the rest of them. Bet. What is up with the hitbox of the car here? Still acting like there's something on it loaded. It's the only car, so maybe there's actually something, logs on it or something still loaded on it. We'll have to go and push them all forward. I'll get Betsy off the train here in a second, because we don't need Betsy no more. Got Jack and Jill. Okay. See, it still is kind of like it's thinking. I don't know if I have my unload set right, set wrong. Maybe it needs a car on top of it. I have no idea. Well, let's go ahead and get hooked up to these. Oh, come on, Jill, you got this. Gotta get over that soft spot. Bet. Okay. So Betsy's disconnected. Gonna get our switches set here. Okay, everything's good. It really might be better just to put both of these on one end. We do have enough space. Let's do that. Let's just put them on both one end, so that way if I have to jump back and forth, which we know I'm going to have to, if I'm going to be running tandem, and I need it. Doing the past couple loads with this train car, we really needed all 3 locomotives. Because we got some hills along the way. I don't even think Jack's got any steam. Oh, he got plenty of that steam. That's for damn sure. Okay, so he doesn't have any couplers on him. Does Jill have any couplers? Let's see. No. Aww. As per use. Okay. Want some sauce? Go and get our lights on. We'll get Betsy pulled up into her area. Okay, you've got no brake. I'm gonna release your brake, put you in reverse. We're gonna start pulling with this dude. Maybe together? Use that shift click. Okay, so we have a derailment. Hmm. Why? Is it just because I was pulling? I shipped gears too early? We shouldn't be having this much problem with a realistic physics here. Maybe it got too sharp right here. That doesn't look. I've had sharper crap than that. Okay. Is that the goofy car? Oh, they're both goofy cars, apparently. I wonder. Because it's every time I re-rail, so maybe I have to go in here and see if I can't fix the unload. Don't know. All I gotta say is that hopefully it works. Maybe we need to get some cars on it. Maybe it'll be glitchy until then. Who knows? Let me see. How do I want to do this? Let's just push it all forward again and see if we can go back through it again. Might just need to go through it slower. Okay, well, until we get this all figured out and get going straight, we're gonna put him on a neutral regulator, or a neutral reverser. And we'll put Jill on a forward. No brake. And you shouldn't have a brake. Do you have a brake on? Okay. I know 5's not like a whole lot, but 5 should get us to some of these cars at least. Aye. Okay. See, it acts like it still has logs on it, but I don't. Okay, well, we'll let those slowly stop, get in a nice spot to take off again. The engine brake's on, it'll be fine, it'll eventually come to a stop. Let's get Betsy out of the way. Put her off in that shed, probably. Just kind of get her out of the way. Let's hope she's over the right switch to do so. And she's not. Okay. The nice thing about where everything is situated with these switches is the fact that we can kind of almost set and forget them. So we can set this dude, which will be the return of our loop, because Betsy and the other trains are still on the other loop. We'll back Betsy up, then we can flip that switch, and then it won't matter. Because back here is nothing but the... I thought there was a crossover. Is that the crossover all the way down there? Yeah, okay. So this is nothing but the yard itself. The spawn yard. And as you can see, where those trees are in that line that's the return line that Jack and Jill are on. That'll come along, and we just gotta set a few of these switches, and then we don't have to worry about it at all. But we'll make sure Betsy's in that side that switch and before that switch, so that way when we go to hook up all those guys, we can still use Betsy and get going. The nice thing, the way that this is all set now, go ahead and start relieving her pressure. Actually, we'll keep her pressure in there. Is I can back up, get those guys, pull forward, flip the switch, back up, get those dudes. I should be able to back up just enough. Maybe not. I was hoping I could back up just enough to get going straight on here. But here's your firewood depot for right now. We don't really have anything to refill it yet, so we're just gonna have to watch that. Go ahead and take down a few of these trees. Had a sneeze there. Okay, so we'll come down the return line here with Jack and Jill, pulling the cars this way, and we should just be able to create like a nice circuit. Kind of like we used to have. I'm not sure if exactly we're going to do the same track as the way we did last time, or if we're going to do it a little bit differently, but we'll figure it out when we get there. That could be problematic. But it won't if we have the track set the right way, or the switch set the right way for the right track, for the right loop. We should be good. Okay. Alright, it's all the way to the logging camp now. We'll fill up on wood there, and then we can see about going to the sawmill. I'm really kind of procrastinating about that, because last time I did the sawmill, it took me a while to get it all figured out, and granted, that was before the new spline system, way before, but that was still with the spline system being new to me, or the track laying system at that point. Just double check to make sure these dudes' brakes are off. We'll get something loaded on those guys so we can kind of see what the problem is with them. We'll pull Jill because it'll be a little bit better if we pull Jill rather than Jack. Okay, so we'll keep constant pressure with Jill with that 10 psi in her regulator, and then with Jack we'll use that to vary our speed if we need to change it. And obviously when we get out in the main line we'll crank Jill up, but just for the yard we want to make sure that we're getting through here fine. First car always makes it fine. Second and third car where we have to watch it popping off at. Fix it? No, it won't. So it's somewhere right in here we have an oopsie. Okay. Alrighty. We're gonna come back around from the other side and pick them up. Pull the cars out of there the old-fashioned way, and then we'll fix that and see if there's something over there that's just causing an invisible piece of track or what. Don't know why that one likes to get stuck. So I wonder if it's just because of we're trying to pull the cars through it. If we were pushing them through it, it might be a little bit better. However, we're still gonna have to fix it because regardless, we're gonna end up being like we're gonna end up pulling the cars through. Because it's supposed to be a loop, not a. I mean, technically, we can loop around with the locomotive still, and it'll be fine. Because the locomotives made it just fine. And then again, too, it could also have something to do with the fact that with the two cars on the one end, they're a little bit bugged out, so. Okay. Make sure we're all set there. But if anybody would like to join, hop on the server with me, you can. It's just under Shadow Wolf in the Discord. The name of this Discord's on there, so you can hop on and chat as well. So that way you don't have to rely on Railroad's communication because they don't have none for multiplayer. Okay, so we'll slam those on. We do have a brake on back there, amongst with a couple of cars toppled over. So we are gonna yoink it in reverse. Well, I was expecting that coupler to be broken. Okay. Now we have a nice little spot to re-rail those cars on. Or get myself stuck in. Okay, we've got one on that side. See, it's every time it's after I re-rail a flat car, it acts like there's a load on it. There's not. Let the tires situate. And we will put that on that. I mean, it is a really sharp corner. And they're unloaded. What's not to be expected. So we're going to start from this side. See if we can't get this dude to... It would be nice if it would work. Well, I guess we don't have to worry about re-railing those dudes. And now we can't put it... I need to go back to the other system. This one's fussy in so many different ways. Yeah, the system wasn't reliable. Because the other system right here would be going. I could see track. But as you can tell, I'm not seeing jack shit happen. Can I delete this track anymore? No. Okay. Well, we might as well just delete all of our track, all the track underneath our cars. We're 4 for like 8 now. Like, the new track system is nice to lay down track for the most part, except for when you can't see it. You're supposed to be able to see it. But it just becomes too fussy with everything else. So maybe eventually they'll fix it. Who knows? I mean, it is beta. But I should be seeing track right now is my point, and I'm not seeing nothing for track. It's kind of frustrating. Okay, so we're gonna go about to right here. That should give us plenty of time to sit here. Something like that. And then it's about, let me see if it'll connect. I doubt it, especially with the cars being there. But we will see. And see, it cuts it way too close. Of course, it got me stuck in there. We'll have to let it load. Okay, let me see here. Yeah, that definitely won't work. And see, now when we delete it, we delete everything, which kind of sucks. It'd be a lot easier to fine tune it, kind of like we used to be able to do in the past. One way we can do that now is if we could just create different sections of it. Have to hope that works. I hope he's gonna go the one way with that. Forward. Because those cars are not ready for that. I wonder, can I tie into this? Or what's the... Why put this track here? Because you could do that track with that spawn track. Okay, so how am I gonna do this then, if this keeps on wanting to be a pain in the butt? Don't tell me I'm gonna have to really just... How long is this track? So there's no reason to have this... long piece of track here. There really isn't. I mean, I get Like on this side, the box, you could tell there's a box there for where you sit when you're, purchasing locomotives or cars or whatever, but for it to be that long, there's no need for it. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. And what we'll do, just to make it easy for myself at the moment, oh, that don't work. It needs, something like that. What is he doing? I heard him, I thought, but okay. Maybe he's running the track, I have no idea. It would be smart to run the track. See, that is irritating too, that we still get stuck in track. That'd be okay. Let's see how that looks. Okay, now I need to come through here. Oh, let's find the end point. wonder if I can. Oh shit. And now we should be good. We'll walk the track as we cut the trees down and see what we think of our loopy track. Ah, just trying to play a jokester. The jokester tree. Okay, so now we should be able to re-rail those dudes back onto this track. And we will go through it round and see if it's any better. Again, we'll set our couplers real fast. Let's go. So I just don't see him. Ah, it's because I'm in here by myself. That's why. That is why. And we're not moving. Alright, we'll try pushing through it and see if pushing through it helps any. Not sure that it will. So here soon to be expected. I'm gonna do some rec fest. If I could English tonight, that'd be 100% great. Rec fest. Thinking about some what is it? Automation in BMNG. We might do some more from there as well. Someone's got to have their brakes on because there's. I mean, I get it. There's not really pressure going into the locomotives right now. Heat or any pressure or anything, but shouldn't be this stiff. Oh, well, yeah, it should be if you've got a car that don't want to frickin' listen ever. Okay, we'll see if it was like a one-off or if these cars are just bugged and I'm just gonna have to sell them and get some different cars.
We don't really need that many of tier 1s as it is. I think, if I remember right, it's like 10 or 11 that we need, and that's it.
Okay, they should be hooked. I think the tender cars will definitely have some issues through there, or the tender locomotives, but we can fix that when the time comes, make it a little bit smoother. Right now we'll double check all of our trees, make sure all of our trees are good to go. Oh, when they're running, there it is. They're running. Well, these cars are gonna be a nightmare. I probably should just sell them. Okay. Yeah, there's something wrong with the cars themselves. I'm gonna have to go get that all figured out and see why and what is wrong with it. Maybe it's the fact I didn't technically buy them. Uh, so the person who was helping me lay this track down before bought them. So maybe. And now I'm stuck in the car, so that's wonderful. Oh, geez. Alright, so what we're gonna do then. Give us money for that? No. It's not gonna win us any money for those. I thought there was a sub option for locomotives, but I guess not. Guess not anymore. We don't need that many of the tier 1s as it is, so we'll just run with what we've got, what's working on the locomotives right now, because I'm not dinking around with that for too much longer. We don't need that many tier 1s as it is. We can get some more later on if we need to. This track should go, though. Yeah. Okay. So we're all hooked up. We should still be ready to go through and head out to the logging camp. which I was hoping to do in this live stream, but Railroads is kind of being a pain in the butt right now. These cars. I don't know if it's just the way that the server got loaded or what. Okay. Make sure everybody's staying on. We shouldn't need both of these locomotives, to be real honest. So we'll go put Jack with Betsy. That way too, if anybody does want to join, they can, and they have a locomotive to run. So then steam out on Jack there. Make sure Betsy, or not Betsy, Jill is producing steam. Really should only probably need one of these. Get her cooking. I want to flip her around. I know it's not the most legit way to do this. There we go. Okay, we'll let her build up some steam. And then we'll cut Jack off. Damn, just open up the damn freaking thing. There we go. Alrighty, all aboard. All aboard, we're leaving. Oh, you guys will get to see the backside of the loop first. Bam. And that should load those cars perfectly. Bet. Awesome. That's what we like to see. The new beginning. So those of you who do want to know, my schedule has changed a little bit. I'm on full-on nights now, working 410s. So we're gonna have to kind of see how all the videos fall out. I'll try my best to keep in mind that I'm on the opposite side of the schedule than everybody else. But I can't make any promises. I'm also gonna actually try to stay up on videos again. I'm gonna try a different plan to help with that. Beautiful. But I do want to start doing some videos over Wreckfest because that is kind of a fun game. Automation seems pretty fun, especially with that tying into BMG or Beeman and G, however you want to say that. I can never seem to say it right. And then we'll go from there. We'll just kind of see. I'm not gonna like really strictly stick to a certain game for a bit, just so I don't get burnt out on one particular game, and then it's like, well, we just started the series and now I'm burnt out on it. So we're gonna try some different things here. Thought it'd be good to get back into it with a live stream first, just to kind of work out all the little kinks in the audio and stuff. I know I'm gonna have to go back through and kind of adjust the audio, see if I can't get it to even out a little bit better. Smooth it out, work on that a little bit, and we'll get right back into it. Alright, We've got 3 more cars to go. So we got a total of 7 cars. That's not bad. It's a nice little jaunt. Okay, we'll start braking. Okay, and that last pull-up is going to be the oddball pull-up that I always hate. I hate running this many cars. I either like one less or one more. Just pure out for the fact that now when I pull up, I'm only going to be loading one car where I could be loading 2. But it is what it is. When you're running solo, there's only so much you can do. We'll start working on getting the sawmill hooked up and getting it going. See if we can find some different ways to take through the wilderness here. Definitely stop by some of those waterfalls. I mean, it is going to still be a lot different of a path now with the new track laying system that we've got. Newish. So, but at least we'll have gradient the whole way. Or the track will be in the middle of the gradient or the ballast. Okay, so we've got 5 all the way back. Creep forward here. We don't have to go very far forward for that last one, just enough to get it on one of these cranes here. I really should have stopped and got some firewood before I let Jill go all that way. We'll get our tier 2 porters going. We'll get our Kooky Magools and all of the other locomotives that we had. We'll get Davis again, which is the Heisler, the Climax. We'll work through it all again. We'll get the track all laid out. And this time I think we're just going to take our time and actually find a route that is enjoyable, that's not just kind of easy going all up in the air. Kind of like to keep it closer to the ground, and it seems like with this system that we've got for the track laying, it'll be a lot easier now to do that. But the grades are going to be a lot more, so we will have to think about running more powerful locomotives, dual locomotives, or even triplets to get some of the trains that we used to across this map. Ooh, and we need to get a caboose. I keep on forgetting that there's a caboose, although that is more weight that we don't need right now. And we're not really necessarily going far enough to warrant a caboose. I know it was also used for to show the back end of the train, all that good jazz. But if we're the only ones on here running a train, we don't really necessarily need to worry about it too much yet. Now, in theory, the switch down there at the bottom should switch for us automatically. However, I'm not quite sure I'm ready to test it, especially with a full load. Like, that ain't gonna be fun. But we may be testing it as it is, because that's full brake. Oh, please set, please set, please set. 'Cause I don't think we're gonna get stopped in time. This is full engine brake though, by the way. Now, okay, we're coming up on it. Okay, we'll cut her back, or take the brake all the way off, because it's on relatively flat. Yeah, we still have some momentum, but we should be fine. It's not too steep. There we go. We're set right. Now let's go a boogieing. Take a sip of some coffee. Coffee. See, these two switches up here will be the diamond to the sawmill. Once we get that going. And as you can see, this track isn't flat like it used to be in the other world or the other save. The track here's got some ups and downs in it on its own. So that's where we say we're gonna really have to watch weight and power, tractive force, all of that good jazz. How's our water doing? The water's doing fine. Here we go to the snakes. Although they did definitely make unloading these cars a hell of a lot easier. Bam, now it's all sold. All of that time we just spent loading that stupid thing. Now we can get heading back up to the logging camp, but that'll be in it for a different episode or a different time. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here, and like I said, just keep on looking, checking out for those updates, because I will be posting some more videos and some more live streams. We'll start getting back into the swing of things, different things like that. But you guys have a great one, and I'll catch you in the next one.